Hi, this is Sandra Jolla, and welcome to Sisterly Yours with Sandra. This segment is all about minority owned businesses, and of course, our emphasis is on women. And so we're going all the way to Montgomery, Alabama, and we have found a successful online business entrepreneur, Brenda Reese Jones. How are you, Brenda?
Hi, Sandra. I am doing great. Thanks for having me on today.
Well, we're so happy to have you join us. We believe about anything that we can do to encourage and motivate and inspire women and give tips and techniques. And so we're excited to talk with you today. Why don't you tell us just a little bit about yourself, and then we'll delve a little bit further into your business.
Okay. My name is Brenda Reese Jones. I am an owner of Sweet Jones in Designs. It's an online business on Etsy. And I started this business before I retired about 4 years ago. So I've been in business for 7 years and looking forward to seven more.
Okay, you said two things there. One, Etsy. I'm not quite sure I know what Etsy is. You want to tell us what Etsy is so that if there's another business owner out there who could tap into Etsy, we know what that is?
Yes, Etsy is an online store where small business can market and do the business from their home. And you have to have make the items yourself or have vintage items. Those are the only
Oh,
things that
interesting.
will let you
So hold
sell.
on. Did I hear you say self-made items and Etsy provides an infrastructure for small owned businesses to get from their business to potential consumers?
Exactly. Because if you're doing a business at your home, you really need a platform to put your product in front of a lot of people. And Etsy does. It's an international market. So I've shipped items to Hawaii, Guam, Australia, United Kingdom, just all over Canada, all over the world. So if it wasn't for Etsy, I would not be able to reach those markets.
So Etsy then is a third party provider that helps to provide that support for small owned businesses. I think that's great. Now, you said you started this business after retirement. So, was this a dream or something that you always wanted to do? How did you go about getting started?
Well, my daughter had a roommate in college and she wanted me to make her a card box because she knew I did crafts off and on, but nothing serious. So she sent me a picture and I said, well, I didn't care for the picture that much, but I knew I could make it for her.
Hmm.
So I made her a box and she was just so excited, and so were her guests at her wedding. And she's from New York, so I ship a lot to New York. So that was a prime market for me to have my box shown at her wedding. So
So,
that's
I
how I
see
got
boxes
started.
behind you. So, is that the
Yeah.
nature of the product that you design? You create all of those boxes yourself?
Yes, I do. I create these designs you can see behind me. Um, and it's just thinking of what would people like. And that's the hardest part about handmade and selling online. You have to decide what would people like. What can I make that would attract a customer to pick my product?
Hmm.
So that's what I did. I just would sit down and draw up different designs and say, what's the popular colors? So I researched weddings and found out what colors do people use a lot at their weddings. So I found the colors they use: silver, um,
Tiffany
blues,
blue, because
pink.
I love that Tiffany blue.
Tiffany blue is very popular. Everybody likes to have a Tiffany wedding or a Tiffany baby shower or any type of event that you collect cards. That's what my boxes are used for.
Okay, so you make the boxes. How do you get in touch with your clients? What's your strategy, your marketing strategy for getting your boxes from your home business to your clients?
Okay, once I make them, I get a nice picture and put it on Etsy, and that's called a listing. And you develop your different search names so people can find you. So once your item is listed, you put your search items words on there. You also um, make sure the picture is clear. You put your price, you put shipping, what it's going to cost for you to ship it to that person. Um, and then you list it on Etsy, and Etsy takes it from there and they put it in with the millions of other listings. But if your search words are good, people will find your product based on card boxes for weddings or card boxes for a birthday or sweet 16 birthday party or so it's in its colors. You have to make sure your colors are there. Like if you having a silver wedding, you want a silver card box. So I have to have silver card box there. If you want pink, you having a Tiffany blue wedding, I have to put Tiffany blue wedding card box or Tiffany Sweet 16 card box. Those search words determine how your box ends up in someone else's space.
So let me just make sure for individuals out there that are contemplating starting a business. So basically, you created, in this case, your box. You went to Etsy, which is a way for you to deliver the product as long as it's a handmade or craft item. And so it's that many customers that comes to Etsy to search. So Etsy is kind of like Amazon.
Exactly. Yes. Etsy was before Amazon because when
Really?
I started my online business, Etsy was the only one of the few places you could sell things online. So Etsy kind of set the pace for all the other online businesses that come. And so they're nationwide, they're in all over the world. People come to my shop from everywhere and they give you analytics so you can see who's visiting from what country. So Etsy really sets the stage for you. You just have to get your product there and ready to show.
Hold that thought, Brenda. I'm going to take a quick break, but I'd like to come back now and talk about actually setting up the business aspects of it. We'll be right back.
Does your life matter? Education, health, and finance can determine your future and explain your past. Pick up the latest edition of Black Life Texas Magazine, a monthly outlook on life with an African American focus. Life is what you make it, so live it in the black.
1, 6, or a dozen trees. No job is too big or too small. Booker's Tree Services is a certified arborist and state licensed company. On the ground or in the air, we are here to take care of all your tree needs, from stump grinding, tree pruning, tree trimming, tree removal, and much more. Call the professionals to help manage your commercial or residential needs. Don't let your trees make you nervous. Call for a free estimate today at Booker Tree Service, 210-657-8085.
40% of food in America is never eaten.
1 in 6 seniors faces the threat of hunger, and millions more live in isolation.
America, let's do lunch.
Drop off a hot meal and say a quick hello. Volunteer for Meals on Wheels by donating your lunch break at americaletsdolunch.org.
Marie, you have prediabetes.
Prediabetes? I don't have time to eat right or exercise. I'm a busy mom.
Oh, you're a busy mom.
Yeah.
This is great news. Busy moms never get prediabetes.
Wait, what?
Let me just... Yeah, this is all the people at risk for prediabetes, and way over here, busy moms. No?
Hello, I'm Tony Hendricks, Chief Operating Officer at Lewis Funeral Home. Lewis Funeral Home has been serving San Antonio and surrounding areas for over 100 years. Lewis Funeral Home's ultimate goal is to help those families in their time of need. If your family is ever in need, please feel free to call us at Lewis Funeral Home, 210-227-7281, or check us out on our website at lewisfuneralhome.com.
Nothing to do this week? Don't miss another event. Go to blacksinsanantonio.com for our event calendar. The home of the largest business directory in San Antonio with an African American focus. Sign up today for our weekly e-blast and text message alerts. Help us make this a better community. Connect, empower, grow.
Hi, this is Sandra, and we're back. Our guest today is Brenda Jones. Her business is Sweet Jonesing out of Montgomery, Alabama. She is an online entrepreneur, so we thought that there were tips and techniques that might help others who may be contemplating an online business. So Brenda, let's talk just a little bit more about the mechanics of your business. You talked about Etsy. Do you have a website?
Oh, yes. I have a website on Etsy, and I have my own personal website. Uh, my own personal website, I'm setting up right now to do my own sales, because on Etsy, it's a lot of websites there. And I felt like if I could branch off and have a second area to sell in, I could get more business, not having to filter through millions of other businesses on Etsy.
So that makes sense. So you might use Etsy to create your demand generation for your product, and then your website for your repeat business. I'm assuming that's a part of a strategy. It seems like a good strategy to me.
Well, Etsy, they do so many shops there. So that means you have to filter through all these other shops. Whereas if you have your own website, you can pay Google to push your product even ahead of Etsy's. So that's what I'm in the process of learning and doing is you can set up your own website to sell products. You can set it up to ship and do everything from your own website. And so that's going to help me sell more besides what I sell on Etsy. And it's not going to cost me as much because I have to pay Etsy when I sell something. They get a transaction fee, a listing fee. Then I have to pay to renew the listing back in their website.
I see. But I'm thinking about getting started, but building a website intimidates me. Did you get somebody to build your website? You did it yourself?
Yes, I did it myself because when I worked, I was sort of like the lead person for my division in setting up and keeping our website updated. So I was very familiar with what it takes to put a website up. But Wix.com is so easy. They give you everything you need. And it's
I've heard of that. Did you say Wix? W-I-X?
W-I-X. That's where my website is.
Okay,
and
keep going.
It's not expensive at all. You just pay a yearly fee, about $150, and then you have to pay for your domain name, which is about $50 every 2 years. So that's it. It's $200 a year, and you have your own website, 24 hours, no interference, no ads, nothing. It's just yours, and If you promote it through Google, Instagram, Pinterest, you'll have people coming to your website from all different areas. So that's where I am kind of building that up as well as staying on Etsy too.
So let me just go back and summarize. You retired. You decided to make a box, a gift, I guess a card box for your daughter's friend, which is what started your business. You used a third-party channel like Etsy to get you the infrastructure that you needed, both for weighing your product, delivering it, and so forth. And now you're at a point to where you're developing your own website. Talk to me about how important it is when you start a business to have business ethics or your customer satisfaction. Can we talk just a little bit about what that looks like?
Yes. When you do an online business, which is usually out of your home, you have to be dedicated because you're going to be people going to be emailing and contacting you. So you have to have a good quality product because you want repeat customers. And when your item gets to wherever you're shipping it, the people that's coming to that event will see your box and ask, who made this box? And then other people will call you to order one for their event. So it's so important that you ship on time, you make sure you communicate with your customer. You want to make sure your item has quality and it looks presentable, something that you would want at your own event. And you want to make sure you contact your customer and let them know when your item is shipping and how long it's going to take for them to receive.
So customer satisfaction is important as I start out in a business and making sure, I heard you say two things, customer satisfaction and quality. So what else do you do? So you do the gift boxes, and have you just basically standardized on that and that's what you offer in your business?
No, I do candy buffets, but I just do those local because you have to travel and set things up. But I do candy buffets, and I did one for my daughter's wedding, and it was a hit. So I do those.
Okay, so your daughter has been the path to your business success.
She has really been encouraging me to do this. But it's just about God will plant things on you and you'll think, oh no, you don't want me to do that. And he'll be like, yes, it's not going to be easy, but this is what I want you to do. And so you have to give it to him. You got to work hard and ask him to please guide you to the right customers and the people that want your type of product.
Well, now, I have to pause on that part because I think it's so important to have that part as a part of your business, the business ethic, and also God won't put anything more on us than what we can bear. And so if he gives it to us, then he'll show us the way. Anything else you'd like to tell to someone who's out there in our audience contemplating starting a small business? What advice would you give to them?
My advice is do research. Just find out every avenue that you might want to sell your product on, because when I started, it wasn't a big selection and it wasn't a whole lot of information online, but now it's so much information. Amazon sells handmade products now, Etsy, you got Pinterest, you got eBay. It's just so many options now. And what you want to do is find out that my product is best fit for this particular one, because Amazon would fit for my business because most of my things are custom made. And Amazon, you kind of have to have them ready and sitting on a shelf at the Amazon warehouse to have them ship them. So it's a lot of differences in where you want your product. So if it's something you're going to make custom made, add names to, make special colors, you want to look at the websites that cater to your type of product. And also make sure that it's something that you want to do and that everybody lives with you is okay with all these things in your house, because it will take over, and it's like an animal because as it grows, it expands to the next room wherever some empty space. So you have to learn how to control it. You have to set times when you're going to respond for emails. You can't let it take over your life, but you can really enjoy it because it's so fulfilling to do something at your home when you can do it when you get ready. You don't have to be at a brick and mortar to open and close. So that's the most thing, the most I like about it is because I can go exercise and come back and work on a box, or go to the post office, drop off a box, go run errands, and come
So
back
the
home
flexibility.
at night and work.
Yes.
So it's real flexible. And that's what I enjoy the most because I'm not pressed to be somewhere all day at a certain time like I was when working full-time.
Well, I love that. And we so appreciate you coming and spending just a little time with us. We hope that something that has been shared would help someone. And of course, if you need a nice box for whatever your event is, I'm sure Brenda will be happy if you visited sweetjonesin.com. Is that your website?
My website is sweetjonesin.com. And my Etsy website is etsy.com/shop/sweetjonesin.
Okay, and so with
search
that,
for me on the internet. You don't even have to do that. Just put in Google Sweet Johnson Designs and everything will come up. And you'll just
all of it
hit
will
the
come
link
up.
and it'll be there. So it's real easy to find me.
You've got it all integrated. Well, we thank you so much for being with us this afternoon, Brenda. We pray that you have continued success and that someone out there has been inspired by your success to go on and start their own business. And with that, this is Sisterly Yours with Sandra. Bye.
Bye.